Good evening, Brian. It's Wednesday. So, I'm not entirely sure what all to talk about on this vlog, so I think it's probably just going to be an update on some summer plans I have coming up. First off, this weekend I'm going to a conference. It is the annual conference that I go to, that is the North Carolina Registry of Interpreters for the Deaf conference. Last year it was in Charlotte. The year before that it was, I think, in Charlotte as well. It's a good time. This year is actually right here in Winston-Salem, though, which is pretty exciting. And as weird as it sounds, though, I think I am actually staying at the conference at the hotel and not staying here. That sounds silly initially, and at first I thought it was pretty silly too, but the more I got to thinking about it, the more it made sense. The parking is paid downtown, so if I drove from home and went there, I have to pay parking for 3 days, which adds up. Plus, there's the time involved. Plus, there's just all of the extra incidental things that happen outside of the conference times, like meetings with other people who I don't see very often, and things like that you would miss if it was just like, well, I'm done with the workshop, I'm going home, see you later. And work is paying for it. So all of us, my coworkers who live in Greensboro as well as me, are actually staying at the hotel for all of those reasons. So that'll be exciting. In July, there is a fun race that I'm very excited about. It's called the Tread Nightly and Tread Brightly Run. It is a 2-part race. I don't know if I've talked about it on here before. I can't remember. I may have. If I have, forgive me. Where in the evening you either do a 4-mile run or a half marathon, and then you can camp out there. And then in the morning you do a 4-mile or a half marathon. Right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a 4 or a half at night and then do a 4 in the morning, but I'm excited nonetheless, and I think it's going to be really fun. It's at the Whitewater Center in Charlotte, which I haven't been to. I know you have. You vlogged about it last year, but I have still not been. So I'm very excited for that and looking forward to it. Additionally, there is a it's not really a conference because it's just one workshop, but it's over the course of a couple days on a weekend. So time-wise, it's like a conference. And that'll be in Hickory, North Carolina, and it's coming up in August. That is actually specifically a training for people who will work with deafblind consumers and clients. And I have a couple times worked with deafblind consumers before in my work, but I've never had any specific training for it, and there is a lot of specialized knowledge and specialized techniques that you use when working with someone who is deafblind. There's modified forms of sign language. You have to learn how to incorporate visual information as well as auditory information into your interpretation. There's a lot of touch-based systems called haptics and pro-tactile and other things, which would take a while to explain in this vlog, but I could mention it later. And there's a lot of other things involved that I would do well to know about and to be appraised of. Not every deaf consumer would use all of these new things that are in the community, but some of them do, and if I'm going to be working with them, I should know about it. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and I often have conflicts with these deafblind trainings, so I'm excited that this one might work out. And then finally, there's another one in August also that is in Washington, D.C. It is a conference specifically for sign language interpreting agencies. So it's not exactly geared towards the interpreters themselves, but it's geared towards the agencies that handle interpreting. And since I'm the staff interpreter at the agency, that's definitely a unique perspective that I wouldn't get often because most workshops are just geared towards working freelance interpreters, but I think it's very exciting. So that'll be also in August. That's in Washington, D.C. for 3 days, I think. So we're still not sure if we're going to go to that one, but we might go. So that'll be more traveling. That and the deafblind workshop are actually back-to-back weekends, so it'd be 2 3 days gone weekends in a row, so that's kind of a lot. But they all should be fun, as much as it sucks to be away from home and away from Lulu and away from my bed. So I think that's about all of the update I have time for, but I hope that this was interesting, Brian, and I look really forward to seeing your Thursday Top 5 tomorrow. See you later.